sounding was when he left the message, he says, "Oh, I don't know why you got so defensive," or something like that. And I didn't feel like it just sounded like he was already making up, like once you admit that you've actually spoken with them, they can say anything they want. And this guy was doing that, it seemed to me. And now I find out this is exactly what he did. Okay, so that's what's going on here. So this is a lie, is number 12. It's just a he said, she said, but anyway, that's a lie. I know it's a lie. And everybody knows number 9 is a lie, but a lot of other stuff in here is a lie, and it's all fake. So this is like something I talked about earlier, was that's the one place that you're protected from defamation, is in lawsuits and things, but not when it's malice, I believe, and malice against somebody who isn't popular, and that's me. So I could really nail this guy's ass if this is, but it needs to be, and that's fine after a jury and this and that and all this stuff is involved. But the civil, which is just complete Nazi fascism, they just arrest whoever they want. Also, I want to say right now that I'm going to say 3/4 of the restraining orders that are served on people, the person serving the restraining order or asking for protection is usually the one who probably needs to have the restraining order against them, because they know the system. So it's very dangerous, actually. And also, I have a lot of proof from a long time ago that the states that have the easiest restraining orders to get, like at the drop of a hat, they're the ones with the highest deaths of domestic violence by guns. Like, it's so, like, you just outrage people so much when they're being lied against, and they feel like, and then they say, "Oh, we're going to take your guns away," and they do this when they didn't do anything wrong, and it just outrages them. And then that's where you get heated, all this, people killing each other with guns, and the father goes ballistic, and you say, "Well, see, I told you so." And it's just like, no, that's what happens when you take people's rights away that way, when they're innocent of this stuff. They really, anybody could lose it. And they do it on purpose, and then they go, "See what we told you? They were violent." And it's just the same cycle that I've seen a long time. So anyway, if you really care about kids and protection and this kind of thing, you really need to look into this, and we need to get rid of this stuff. So civil restraining orders in general, all of them, because it's just a joke. It's not a joke, because they shouldn't be called civil when you could be arrested, and you are arrested. A lot of times it's like this fake sort of baloney. So it's very important that they didn't have my email address, because because then just to talk. So you have to get his phone records to show this, by the way, if this is what he's claiming. Although I did not mention anything about that, she asked me, "Do you have some papers for me?" So you have to get phone records that he called my phone in like early December. That one's easy to prove, actually. I just got through saying it's a he said, she said. But he has to show phone records showing that he dialed my number at any of those times, and that I answered, and it lasted longer than what is this? Do you have some papers for me? That's like 3 seconds. Well, 5 seconds. You have to show that he called and did something, and then I answered, and then it would lasted longer, and he doesn't have that. Okay, so it was obvious to me so I could prove this is a lie. Actually, I didn't think I could prove it, but I could prove it. It was obvious to me that she was well aware of the case against her in the TRO. So this also might be a trap, because these are obvious lies, and